Hey, hey, everybody. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Come on in, come on in. While you guys are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. Come on in. Mm, Great morning. Hold on, y'all. All right. Hey, 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 Eileen. How are you, gorgeous? Good to see you. Let me share to these groups. I don't have my stand, I don't have my light, I don't have any of the stuff I normally have, but I'm here, okay? Um, I've been taking care of my cousin, just making sure she was good and had to run to the house. And so here I am, but here I am. I mean, my God, is that not a blessing? Here I am. Here I am. Signed, sealed, delivered. Come on, somebody. Hey, April, how are you, gorgeous? So, you guys, it's been an interesting morning. Actually, it's been an interesting 2 days. And there's some stuff going on, and I'm not quite sure what to do with all of it, but I'm gonna do my best to share with you what God has been saying to me. What's up, Marquenta? How are you, gorgeous? So this is a strange kind of day, and it's probably going to be a strange kind of live, but I'm gonna just do what God says and say what God says, because it's time to push. And I want you all to understand this isn't just a typical push message. Oh, push, you need to push. No, like I really want you to understand that you're closer than you've ever been to getting to your destiny. I'm talking about you're so close that I can see the head crowning, right? Um, you're so close that it just is going to take a little stretching, massaging to get you to the place where you actually deliver. And the crazy thing is this, for those of you who have had babies, I don't know if you remember what it was like when you were at the point where you were fully dilated, you were fully effaced, and the baby's head was right there, and they're telling you to push. But delivering the head of the baby is always like the most difficult part, right? Like getting the head out, like the head, like that be the part that you be wanting to quit on. That be the part that you want to give up on. That be the part where you be like, listen, I'm just not having this baby. This baby's just gonna have to stay up in here. It's just gonna have to stay. Okay. Because this right here hurts. Literally. I feel like we're in that place where it hurts, but there's no turning back. Like you can't turn back. You can't go backwards. You can only go forwards. And yet it hurts. This is the time when you need to push. Push beyond what you're comfortable with, push beyond what you're familiar with, push. I'm talking about you got to take some deep breaths and then bear down and push. Good morning, Bernadette. How are you, gorgeous? So I'm in that pushing mode, right? My niece posted something on Facebook. Hey, Kim, how are you, gorgeous? She posted something on Facebook and it was talking about different positions for delivery, right? And she was talking about when she was in one particular the lateral position, with her leg up in a stirrup, that it was a few pushes and her baby was out. For some of you it's going to be a few pushes and your baby's going to be out. For others it's going to take more. For others, like you be looking at the people where it be a few pushes and their baby is out, talking about I was in labor for an hour and a half, and you be looking at them like, what? When you had a whole 24, 48 hour labor, I know that doesn't seem realistic, but my first son, like, yeah, Yeah, that was a process. Okay. Um, but everyone's delivery process is different. Their delivery time is different. But everybody that delivers has to get that baby out. Now, the interesting thing also is some people will be able to push the baby out, and the baby will come out and they may have some tearing, they may not have any tearing, but they get the baby out vaginally. I'm not trying to be gross or graphic, but I'm using this as an analogy and I want y'all to stay with me for a second. Other people, the baby may be too big. Um their um their uterus may be too narrow for the baby to come out vaginally, and so they have to get a cesarean, which means that they have to get cut in order for the baby to be delivered. But everybody has to deliver that baby. That baby's got to come out of the body, because if it stays in the body, it becomes poison. What once was life becomes poison to the mother's body, right? So you got to deliver. And I need y'all to understand that you've got to deliver. Now, some of you, like I said, you're going to be able to deliver vaginally. You're going to be able to push, the baby's going to come out, and you're going to be like, yes, right? Others of you may have some tearing. Some of you may have to be cut in order for the baby to come out, right? But some of you are going to need a cesarean section. You're going to need a doctor to operate. You're going to need someone to cut you open and be able to pull the baby out. But the baby that comes out from a C-section is no different, no better, no worse than the baby who's delivered vaginally. Both of them are delivered. Both of them have life. Why are you so focused on how your baby is being delivered when the key is the baby just has to be delivered? Now, you can choose to focus on how long your labor is. You can choose to focus on how the baby's being delivered, or you can choose to focus on delivering the baby. You don't have time to get caught up in what someone else's delivery is like. You don't have time to get caught up in what someone else's process is like. You've got to deliver your baby. See, what you need to be focused on right now is getting that baby out of you. Okay. I know somebody else did it faster. I know somebody else's may seem to have been prettier than yours, but listen, you need to deliver your baby. It is time for you to stop focusing on everyone else and what they got going on and deliver your baby. The world is waiting for your baby to show up. The world is waiting for your baby to take his first breath. The world is waiting for your baby to be entered into this atmosphere. The world is waiting on your baby, and you're waiting on someone else. Why? you know, the enemy is interesting. He has tricks. He does. He's constantly working. He is. But his tricks don't change. His tricks remain the same. And not only that, even when he thinks he's won, he lost. Even when he thinks he's won, he's lost. He's lost. He's lost. He's already lost the war. He's already lost the battle. Whatever tricks he try, they may form, but they won't prosper. Whatever he does or thinks he's doing, listen, it can't stop what God is doing. And check this out. God already knows. God already knows every trick he's going to try. God already knows everything he's going to do. And he lets us know the tricks that the enemy uses, and then tells us, listen, don't get caught up in the tricks. Because guess what? Tricks are for kids. Okay? Tricks are kids for kids, you silly rabbit. Isn't that what they say? Tricks are for kids. So you don't have to worry about the tricks of the enemy. What you have to do is understand that though he may try some tricks, his tricks won't prosper. Though he may form some weapons, they won't prosper. Though he may come at you, he can't win. He cannot win. And all you've got to do is stay focused and push. And if by chance you can't just push the baby out, be willing to undergo surgery for the baby to be delivered. But the baby must be delivered. Delivery is key. Delivery is of the essence. Time is of the essence. You don't have time to go back to the old, right? You don't have time for that. You have to move forward. So this morning I was thinking, I do that sometimes. I think sometimes, right? But this morning I was thinking, and I was like, God, you promised me some things. You told me some things. You showed me some things. And now I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I want to make sure that I'm pushing effectively. I want to make sure that I'm helping the people that I'm supposed to help. I want to make sure that all of that is in place. So he and I have been having this conversation this morning, and I was thinking about the live, and I was thinking about, some things that I've got to do, and I was thinking about, the class on Sunday, the release workshop on Sunday, and I was thinking about the retreat, and I was thinking about impact. And I had some memories pop up, and I'm thankful for Facebook memories because it just reminds you sometimes of impact. And I said, God, wow. And y'all may be saying, wow, what, Dr. V? Wow, you chose me with my flaws, my imperfections, the things I've gotten wrong. You chose me. You chose me when I didn't know everything to do. You chose me when I didn't know if I could do it. You chose me when I was afraid. You chose me when I was lazy. You chose me when I procrastinated, but you still chose me. The thing about being chosen is this: it reminds you of how valuable you are. Valuable to God, valuable to the kingdom, and valuable to other people. And sometimes we need those reminders because we really just forget, because life happens, stuff happens, and you feel like, have I made a difference? Did I make a difference? Do I make a difference? And God in his infinite wisdom sends you reminders to encourage you, to push, to encourage you to deliver, to encourage you. If you need to get a C-section, to get the C-section, but deliver the baby or the babies. Because sometimes it hurts so badly because you've got multiple births that are happening like at the same time. Now, literally, they're not both coming out at the same time, but they're coming out. You got two babies inside of you that you got to push out. You got three babies inside of you that you got to push out. So when you get through the process of the one, you're still not done, but keep pushing. I don't know who this is for, but you've been contemplating just quitting, just giving up because it just seems too hard. And what I'm going to tell you is this: as hard as it is right now, and as hard as it seems, you can't afford to quit. You can't afford to give up. No, now's the time that you need to push. You may need some help pushing, but it's okay to need help. God created us to be interdependent, to need one another. And as much as I don't like needing people, I still do. As much as I would just prefer to just be able to do it by myself, I can't. And neither can you. Like, we literally need one another. So, though you are on the verge of quitting, though you are on the verge of giving up, you're just on the verge. You haven't done it. So, let's push, and let's push together. Let's come together and support one another and push out those babies and celebrate one another. One of the things that I know for sure and for certain is there are certain times in our lives when people will come together. That's at the birth of the baby and at the death of a loved one, right? Those two times, people will come together, you know, and it's an amazing experience. And you always say, oh, we need to do this more often, but not like this, right? But why don't we? Why don't we value each other enough to make time for one another? Why don't we value ourselves enough to invest in ourselves and to pour into us? Why don't we? Why do we feel so guilty? Why do we feel guilty when we're the one that's trying to give birth, but we feel guilty because we feel like we need to be helping everybody else give birth, but we got to give birth too. Can't quit. Can't stop. You can't give up. Last Sunday when we did the release workshop, I just was blown away and humbled at the breakthroughs that people had. And I said, God, what an honor and a privilege just to be used by you to assist people in their journey. And I don't know if y'all know how much mm, I struggle with people telling me that I'm sweet. Oh, you so sweet. I'd be like, no, I'm not sweet. Stop saying that. And I had to ask myself, why does that bother me so much? Why does it bother me when people say, you're so sweet, you're so sweet, you're so sweet? And I had to come to grips with the fact that it bothers me so much because when I'm sweet, it seems like people take that as a sign that they can run over you. Well, I'm not to be run over. Okay. That's one thing that's not going to happen. But it makes it challenging um to continue to be sweet, to continue to be nice, to continue to be those things when it seems like the sweeter you be, the more people be coming for you and they be trying you. And I try not to let the Russellville in me out, but she's in there. She's in there, and I know she's in there. I try to not let the fighter me out, right? I try to not let the off the chain me out. I try to not let that one out that has tried to run people over or had the idea, listen, this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to be in the closet with a gun and da 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 da. The one who people would probably say is crazy, like for real, the one that's thrown bricks, the one that, listen, y'all, thrown water bottles, the one that has fought that me that I try to keep under wraps, that me that I try to, the one that's jumped on somebody's back, broke their stuff, like the one that picked up the chair in the club, the one that was getting ready to whoop the boy and the girl. Like, I tried to keep her at bay. The one that has broken lamps, like, I try to keep her at bay. And I try to keep her at bay because I know that when she shows up like that, I might black out. And anything can happen. Because if I get to that point and she shows up, baby, she's coming for blood. She is not coming to play with you. She is not there for a show. She's not there to try to just scare you or intimidate you. If she show up, she getting ready to mess some stuff up. So I try to keep her at bay. So I try to live in my positive energy. I try to be light. I try to, be encouraging. I try to be all of that. I try to stay in that place because the other place is dark, right? And so I don't want her taking over because when she show up, she don't care who it is, honey. Listen, she coming for blood, okay? Period. So I try to keep her over there. Girl, sit down somewhere. Girl, you don't do all that. And I found myself the other day. This young lady tried me. Oh my God, this little girl tried me, tried me, tried me. First of all, I don't do well with disrespectful young people. I don't do well with them, right? I don't do well with all of this talk, 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 talk. Shut up, child. Okay. So listen, had been nice, and the girl just was trying me. Girl, I said, oh my God. I'm trying to, with everything in me, to be, the sweet me, the nice me. And I just was being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. I said, now, God, You gonna have to help me. 'Cause right about now, I feel like snatching somebody's child up. Because really, this don't have nothing to do with me, but you mad at me. Oh, 'cause my son don't want you. Why you mad at me? It ain't me. Why are you expecting some stuff from me? Why you want an apology from me? I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on. But you coming for me. Why are you coming for me? And then listen, y'all, and I'm gonna be real transparent with you. And then, I was like, God, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. And God just politely, you know how he does, said, breathe. Just breathe. You see, you're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to allow that part of you that you don't like when she shows up to show up in this situation? Are you going to be focused on being right? Are you going to be focused on being your own advocate? Are you going to be focused on what people think? Are you going to be focused on um, proving that you can shut it down? Or are you going to accept it for what it is and keep moving? Y'all, because my get back game is good and my petty is impeccable. And God said, you can't do it. You can't. And I said, but God, listen, this little girl said, this little girl said, why would I take advice from you? You got 5 kids with all different daddies. First of all, if you're going to tell it right. Then it was, you got 7 kids with all different daddies. If you're going to tell it again, I say, get it right. Okay. God, I don't do well with this. Who she thinks she's talking to? And he said, you. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe y'all never had these kinds of conversations with God. This how God be talking to me. She talking to you, but she don't know who you are. Not for real. She doesn't even begin to understand the blessing that was sent to her. She doesn't even understand. She doesn't get it. It's okay. And I'm like, it is not okay. It's not okay. That's not okay. He said, it's okay. Everything works together for your good. And that's why you got to push. See, just when, I'm getting ready to birth. Pressure personified. Just when I'm getting ready to birth, pressure personified and deal with these young women. She makes me want to say, all y'all hoes sit down somewhere. And I can't. I can't. It is more reason why I have to do it. It's more reason why I have to push. It's more reason why I've got to walk out my assignment. It is more reason. And you all listen. We look at the obstacles, we look at the challenges, we look at all of that stuff, and we say, oh, this is why I'm not. But we need to look at that stuff and say, this is why I must. This is why I have to. This is why I don't have a choice, right? This is why I gotta show up. This is why I've gotta be me. This is why I've gotta be sweet. This is why I've gotta be nice because that's who I am. The other part, well, that's me too when necessary, but she ain't always necessary. Sometimes I just be wanting to let her out because she been, put up for a while. Like, oh, see, you tried it. Okay, let me show you who I. You need to see the other side, right? You need to see that. I need to put these degrees down, right, y'all? And you think back over your life and you think about the things that God has brought you through, and you say, God, listen, you brought me through all of this. Why do these people keep trying me? Because the enemy always wants to destroy your testimony. The enemy always wants to destroy you. He comes to what? Steal, kill, and destroy. Period. That's it. But you can't let him. You can't let him win. His tactics are never different. They're always the same tactics. He may switch them up, but I promise you, you've seen them before, okay? Because he's used them before on you. He likes to go to his go-to, right? His go-to is whatever really bothers you and agitates you and gets under your skin. For me, it's people lying on me. I can't stand for somebody to tell a lie on me. Why are you lying on me? Listen, you can just tell the truth. And she could have said, "You've got 7 kids and 3 baby daddies." Okay. Like you, okay, that's true, right? If you count the one that I did not have, that's 4 baby daddies. Say that. Say that. What is this? Oh, you got 5 different baby daddies, 7 different baby daddies. You don't even know what you're talking about, little girl. Sit down somewhere and stay in a child's place, but you're a child, a whole child, right? So the enemy used the thing that I despise being lied on, okay, to try to get me out of character so that my witness is compromised, so that my witness is destroyed, so that my witness is made null and void and of no effect. Mine. Listen, that child was just a tool. The situation was just a tool. It's all designed to attack the things that I value the most: my children, my family. You know what I'm saying? My name, my word, right? All designed to destroy that. See, where we mess up, where we mess up is we let the enemy be successful in taking our joy, taking our commitment to God, our dedication, our whatever. We let the enemy do that. Okay. Why? No, you're not taking it. You're not. Right, Sam. Okay. Period. Yes, Mike. Knowing your challenges, but finding out your must reason. That's absolutely. Listen, y'all, we got too much at stake to let it all go to waste, fall away, be destroyed, get caught up in our emotions. Like we got too much, too much. So yesterday, my boy Mike sent me a message. He said, having faith in God is an amazing thing. Like when you got that just all out faith in God is amazing. He said, but your faith in people is incredible. And I do have faith in people. I believe in people. I believe that every person has purpose. Every person has something to offer the world. Like I believe that at the core of my being, and I'll fight for that. Right? Sometimes in the past, I fought for it when the people didn't fight for it. I'm not doing that right now. That's not that's not where I am. But for those people who really want everything that God has for them, like I'm willing to go the distance, right? I'm willing to go the distance because this is what I know. Sometimes all it takes is someone believing in you. Sometimes all it takes is someone seeing the greatness in you. Sometimes all it takes is someone encouraging you. Sometimes that's all it takes. You just need that little extra push to help you push. That little extra, just a little extra. So I choose to be the little extra. And if that means that I'm sweet and if that means that I'm nice, then it is what it is, right? Like I've come to accept that I really am just a sweet person. I really do just love people for real. And I know that a lot of times people think it has to be fake. It can't be real. Nobody can smile all the time like that. Nobody can love like I love people. Like when I tell people, "Hey, beautiful," that's me saying, "I see you," right? I see you, I value you, I appreciate you. If people don't value that and they don't appreciate that, that's fine. That's their prerogative. And I don't have to continue doing that with them. Right. I've learned that I can't continue to cast my pearls before swine. Listen, there's a lot of swine out here in this world, but those people who are genuine people, those people who are real ones, those people who really want change, that really want to impact the world, that really want to change their lives. Listen, I will not stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I won't. I believe in you. I love you for real, for real. I don't have to have met you in person to love you. Listen, God gave me enough love so that I can love people all over the world without losing anything. And whether those people love me back or not is irrelevant. That's not my business. That's their business. It is my business to be the light in the world. It is my business to show forth the agape love of God. That's my business. That's what I do. And so, yes, I'm nice. and I'm sweet. I am. And I'm soft and I'm feminine and I'm all of that. And I'm also strong and I'm also determined and I'm also committed. I'm also a warrior. I'm all of those things wrapped up into one bundle, right? And I'm amazing. And so are you. You're amazing. Do you know that God gave you your personality for a reason? God gave you the vision and the passion that He gave you for a reason. And it's because somebody in the world needs it. He's waiting on us to show up, waiting on us to show out, waiting on us to go all in and know that He's got us. And we don't go all in for several reasons, right? But they're reasons that we can address. We don't have to do it by ourselves, literally. And that's why tomorrow is Sunday, right? Tomorrow, I'm doing the release workshop. That's why. Because listen, there's some stuff that you just need to release. You just need to release it. You need to release your fear. You need to release what you perceive as failures, because just because it didn't work out the way you wanted it to doesn't mean you failed if you learned a lesson. So we got to change our mindset. We've got to change the way we think, right? So the release workshop is online. It's $50. You can go to bit.ly/DRV release. Afterpay is available, which means that you get 4 payments, right? But if you're ready to step into your greatness, and you're ready to show up and show out, but something's been stopping you, let's get to the root of it. Let's figure out what it is. And let's help you help yourself push your purpose and your destiny out. Honestly, I believe with everything in me that if more people would release the things of their past, release the things that have held them hostage, release guilt, release fear, release all of that, then more people would be able to push their purpose out. But we don't, because it's more comfortable and easier for us to hold on to that stuff because it's familiar. And that other, it's unknown. It's unknown. We don't know what's on the other side of it. But what if, just what if, what's on the other side of it is so absolutely amazing and incredible and great and everything that you could have dreamed of and more? What if? Why not push and find out? Monica said, I was just telling my grandbutton's mom that I love people because that is why I choose to love the hell out of people, because it is all I ever wanted. So I love people the way I wanted to be loved and the way Jesus wants me to. Absolutely. Absolutely, Monica. Absolutely. You know, I'm firm on that love the hell out of people, right? Sometimes you got to love the hell out of them from a distance, but still yet love the hell out of them. So I pray that you guys do something for you. My prayer is that you would see the importance and the significance of doing something for you. Do something for you. Invest in you. I'm so excited about this workshop tomorrow. Y'all, when I tell y'all it's lit, it's lit. When I tell you it's eye opening, it's eye opening. When I tell you that it helps you to break through barriers, it helps you to break through barriers. The question is this: will you do the work? If you'll do the work, I'll give you the tools that you need. Okay? I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. Then, y'all, I got a few seats left, few rooms, spots left for the retreat, Healing Daddy Wounds retreat for the daughters of the Most High, right? I have a few more spots left, and I'm so excited about this thing. This thing is going to be so incredible. I've got mothers and daughters coming so that we're really literally breaking those generational curses to the root, right? Not just for ourselves, but also for our daughters. Listen, that thing is incredible to me. Mm, 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 mm. It's so funny that anytime I start talking about that retreat, I'm always coughing stuff up. Every time I talk about that retreat, I'm coughing something up. Y'all, that's not an accident, because even as I'm helping other people, God is clearly and effectively delivering me. Hmm, my God. And that's what happens is people get delivered. People get set free. And it's not spooky and it's not a laying on of hands. It is simply allowing the Spirit of God to work with the tools that God has given us. Listen, God is a practical God. We make God all super spooky, but God is a practical God. He is a God of application, and his word works when you work it. Okay. And that's a necessity. Listen, you guys are going to want to take advantage of this. The retreat is being held right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Your room and board, that's room and food, is included, right? $350. Y'all, you can't beat it. Afterpay is available if you're interested. If you're interested, it's going to be the 28th through the 30th, the 28th through the 30th. Yeah, that's this week coming up, the 28th through the 30th. And I promise you this, you will not leave the same way. So whether you can just do the release workshop or you want to do the release workshop and the retreat, you want to get registered. If you sign up for the retreat, you get the release workshop for free. If you sign up for the retreat, you get the release workshop for free. Again, the retreat is available for Afterpay. You can do it in 4 payments. Listen, God is working and he's moving supernaturally. I pray that this word blessed you. I pray that you got something out of this word and you're ready to continue your push. Listen, don't let the distraction stop you. Don't let the attack stop you. No, let that be why you must do it. I'm telling you, he never hits you any place that is not going to hurt you. So figure out why that hurts and let that be your why you must. Okay. Look, if you guys were blessed by this word and you want to sow a seed, put a seed in the ground, you can go to Cash App $DRV Walters, Cash App $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV, as in Veronica, Walters, on PayPal. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Let's have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. And listen, no matter how hard it gets, push. You're worth it. Love you guys. Mwah.